Okay.
Because you said all
Alright, fine. Then this is a 4 as well.
Wait, that doesn't fall in the same class, though.
Stoplight Spoilers is coming to you, bringing you spoilers and movie reviews, with Jake and Isaiah as your hosts as they're driving home.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
Are the fans down enough?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we recording?
We are.
It's, Alright, and here we go. Hey, what's up, Isaiah?
And tonight we have Nick with us again.
Howdy.
Yet again, 2 weeks in a row. How cool is that?
Yep, almost a veteran.
I mean, you've been with us almost as many times as David, and he is our veteran. So that's pretty good.
You have to bring a lot of value, though, to compare yourself, because he's a film nerd.
He is a film nerd. Quite the nerd.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
But, so anyway,
Don't expect much, but alright.
as you can tell by the title, unless you just click play without reading,
It could be auto-played if they're playing...
could be autoplay. In case you didn't know, we went and saw this movie tonight.
The Glass Castle.
The Glass Castle.
I told my wife it was called The Glass House or something.
I kept calling it the Glass House, but that's from like 2001.
Ice Castle.
Is that more like a suspense movie?
I can't even remember what it was about. I just remember the Glass House was like...
Like somebody who's on the outside trying to get the person on the inside. Real suspenseful.
I can't even...
Not supposed to throw rocks, stuff like that.
Exactly.
It was going to be 3-inch glass. Take more than the Rock. Unless it was the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He could probably smash it down pretty good. Well, anyway, let's kick this off with... We don't know how to start.
Do you want to
this
start
one,
with the rating?
Let's just go ahead and start with, this is a movie based on a true story. I want to just go ahead and say I don't understand why it had to be made into a film. I'm not necessarily hating per se on the film, but I don't get an overwhelming point.
Well, I'm sure it was a book that was received very well.
And that has to be where it comes from, since I'm naive to that, and I don't generally...
I'm sure that it has to be what drove this film to be made.
So,
Yes.
covering the basics of the movie, like production, acting, everything was superb.
Yeah.
Even the children they cast for it, they all...
I thought they even looked... They did a great job casting
as they
to look like their character. No, I mean, not only that.
Oh, yeah?
But like to the original characters, they
that too.
strike the resemblance.
They did.
Especially the redheaded cop.
The redheaded cop, with his mustache.
Yep, that's true.
No, all that stuff
Except for the
was
wife.
pretty good.
She was a little rough looking. Never mind.
She was like brunette or something.
Oh, yeah. At the end, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was not the same person. She was a character.
Yeah, but anyway, it was good to see that actually at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
they were just like, this is a true story that I'm supposed to happen to somebody at some point in time.
Yeah, it happened to somebody or multiple people. I mean, I'm sure some people share a lot of similarities. Me, however, even though I was around drinking and stuff as a child, I was never around that. And I can even say I've lived, I think I've, not counting what I've lived in Oklahoma, I think it was 13 or 14 different addresses in Georgia. My life.
Within how many miles do you think? Like a span of...
one place was an hour and a half away we moved. And sometimes it might maybe only be across town. Like,
I think I went to... I don't remember. It was at least double-digit schools, though. Like...
Yeah, I mean, I wound up staying mostly in the same district.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that part was definitely different. So, I mean, there are some similarities I can derive from this movie.
But mine was because...
Lots of moving around.
My family wasn't losing jobs and they weren't drunks.
Nor was my mom. It's just, sometimes she lost work. Sometimes
It wasn't due to alcoholism?
No, my mom was... She was a drunk before I was born. My mom gave up alcohol, and she gave up alcohol before I was born and gave up smoking on my second birthday.
Unlike Rex.
Unlike Rex. He gave it up and then he
took it back up again.
I think this movie's even hard to, like, just give a plot to. Like, it's...
Well, I mean, essentially, Woody Harrelson and his wife, they're very free-spirited people that don't want to be tied down, and I think that sometimes that literally was used as an excuse.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do what you feel is right for your children, and he definitely taught them some good, and that's definitely what they portray in the movie, that not everything in their life was crap. There is some really good stuff made them who they are today.
Yeah.
You know, and that's definitely what they tried to drive home at the end.
Making lemons out of lemonade.
Just to kind of go ahead and say one thing.
Herbs. Like, guys, that's totally awesome.
So, to follow up that, you should definitely check us out at Facebook and Twitter and all that jazz at Stoplight Spoilers, and hashtag making lemons out of lemonade.
Through the reverse process and put them back together because they were tore
So
up.
funny side note here for anybody that potentially might go to the cinema to see this movie. We had 2 people walk out and didn't return.
No, they didn't.
Because I watched for them. They never came back.
Yeah, I noticed that.
What set them? Well, it was a kind of a
Well, it was
dramatic.
it was
a
dramatic
touching
scenes
scene,
that-
right?
yeah,
It was right after that.
Yeah, it was dramatic.
I don't think it was
scenes with
that
daughter.
dramatic, but I mean,
No,
goodness.
But maybe that that was something in their past or something.
Yeah, you never know. We could have.
And they could have been like, nope, not watching the rest of this movie.
They also might have just thought it sucked.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know what you expected going into this.
No,
I knew it was going to be a boohoo.
Maybe they walked up and said Glass Castle and bought tickets. Maybe they had no idea what it was.
Perhaps. That sounds good. I'm here. It's 7.
At least they didn't walk out of a full price movie, I guess.
They might have went and got their money anyway.
Yeah, I would recommend, if you're going to go see this movie, kind of check out what it's about a little bit before you go in. So that way, at least you know what you're getting if you're going to see it.
I remembered vaguely the trailer, just because of Woody Harrelson, but I'd forgotten really the premise of the movie. But
I would say the premise of the movie, the whole thing is probably about reconciliation.
oh yeah, correct. I'm just saying before we watched it tonight.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah,
I just forgotten what the trailer even told us. I just remember it slightly because of Woody Harrelson's character.
Yeah, and once again, Jacob, I think the actor phenomenal, especially the children. Good.
Woody Harrelson's
It's such a
performance.
good. Oh yeah, it's like I've seen him in so many different movies, and just totally different characters. It was hard. It was hard for me to really, recognize that it was him. It's such a good job. Yeah. But acting was superb. Yeah.
As far as rating the movie, I don't really have a numerical value that comes to mind. It's just really difficult for me to rate.
I'm going to go with our default.
What is that?
What is the default?
It's our default numbers.
What is the default?
Apparently 8 is the
I think
default.
I didn't know there was a default.
2 movies. Yeah, that's what we've said it like multiple times. Like most movies are an 8.
Detroit, there was some things. I mean, because it was
That was a 4. Remember?
Detroit was a 4
For you.
Okay.
Because you said all historical.
All right, fine. Then this is a 4 as well.
Wait, that doesn't fall in the same class though.
Huh?
You only said that because of war historical movies. All are 4s because you didn't want to rate it higher than them.
Yeah. So this is a 4 as well.
Okay.
Since you reminded me.
Everything based on a true story is a 4.
No, Rudy. That was definitely more than a 4. I loved Rudy.
Okay. If you're gonna say it's a 4, you gotta justify it a little bit.
Rudy.
I don't know. I've never seen Rudy, which is probably a terrible thing to be.
No, it's okay. It's a great movie that happens to be about sports. I'm not really a sports fanatic by any means, but
There's a lot of good sports movies out there.
There are, but that one
Gridiron
just
Gang.
in particular was just really good.
I'm thinking of another one though. What's the most famous football movie? High school football movie. Denzel.
Oh yeah, Remember the Titans?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Fabulous
that.
movie.
I couldn't get past Blindside because I really enjoyed that one. Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw. That was a good one.
Coming back to ratings, I have trouble with you rating this a 4. Is this a true rating, or are you just...
Why do I have to justify my rating to you?
That's fine. I'm just a 4.
No.
You're saying this scored 40%?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. No, I mean,
You are allowed to.
I told you I didn't even want to give it a numerical value.
I think you should be allowed to rate it however you want.
And you gave it a default of an A.
No,
which,
I really enjoyed the movie. It was shot well. The acting was great.
Okay.
I have no faults with the film.
Okay.
It doesn't carry any rewatch for me.
Okay.
So that, I guess, can take off the point. And I don't think it's necessary to see in the theater.
Okay.
Because there's nothing...
No, we're pretty much similar.
I think Netflix
I
would
give it
totally...
a yellow light because it's either way. I wouldn't say
there's
don't go see
No,
it.
I'm not saying it's red by any means. Because it's... Sure, if you want to go see a touch like a...
But I just want to point out that a 4 is still a yellow light.
It's a failing grade.
Well, in that case, anything below a 7 is a failing grade.
Not
If you're going-
Oklahoma.
I think I'd give it about a 6.
Yeah, been for years.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
I could do that in high school.
I almost had a lot of failures. Like, the failure rate was just too high. Anyway.
I think I'd give it about a 6. To me, it seemed to drag. It seemed to kind of... And I understand they're trying to unfold the story, but it seemed to carry on quite a bit.
Oh, let's see. It started at 7.
It's a 2-hour movie.
I mean, it is a 2-hour movie, but it kind of seemed... And once again, I understand, yeah, they were kind of unfolding the story of these individuals in their lives, and wouldn't have gotten it all, I guess, but I'd give it, like I said, yeah, I think I'd give it a 6.
I mean, I'm right there. Like, again, I'm not even actually giving it a definite numerical value just because I don't want to now.
You gotta quit because you've been trying to get out of numerical value since I've been keeping track of them.
So I just want to know
Since I started tracking
is there an actual default numerical value? Is it just...
I mean,
We'll
I
just
guess
say
I'd have
most
to,
movies are 8.
I guess
how
I'd have
they
to say
generally-
default would be like a 6. I'm just kidding. 8 is generally when we don't have any qualms and we don't have any, oh, hooray moments. And so I'd have to say this one's a little bit below that default for me. But, that said, the movie was fine. It's just, I never, ever in my life have to see it again. And
No.
with that said, let me finish this thought. With that said, I would actually watch Dunkirk again.
Really?
Like, I'm not saying it to say that I like Dunkirk better. That's not what my goal is here. I'm just saying that
I would like to watch
more,
Dunkirk again just because
I could get more entertainment.
other people gave it a much higher rating than I did.
I totally
I
agree.
could get more entertainment out of Dunkirk second watch than I ever could this movie.
This doesn't have any rewatch
this
value
is,
at all.
This is like The Wall. I mean, The Room. You guys, we weren't recording when me and Isaiah watched The Room, but that was like just a movie.
I thought it was a very good film. Though. Like,
yeah, it was good, but
it's not the type of movie you'd ever need to see again.
yeah. I mean, really? Did I need to see this? Did this increase my life? No, I don't really think it did. It was entertaining some, but again, that's just because it really wasn't my cup of tea. And there are some reality-based movies that are fun. It's just, it was an emotional movie, and quoting some of the reviewers that had reviewed the movie, they considered it emotionally draining, and I can second that. I can say
I could definitely.
Yeah,
it's
I think
just
I
a
agree with that.
strongly emotional movie.
I agree.
Throughout.
Right.
Never
There's a lot of
stops.
it that was just kind of disturbing to watch.
There were
Yes.
ups and there were a lot of downs.
It was definitely more
Which
of a
is
downer
probably
movie.
why there's some people who walked out, I guess.
Yeah, and so, I can't just be like, yeah, go see the movie. If you've read the book and you enjoyed the book, I'd say go see it, because the movie itself is superb.
Yes.
And that is me assuming that there's a book. But,
No, there is a book.
okay.
There is a book.
So, if you read the book, you enjoyed it, go see the movie, because it is extremely well done
As a
for
film.
movie's sake.
Yes.
Because it's all good. They all did a good job. Like, it's believable. Crazy.
I'm right there with you. I don't think it's a need to see in theater unless you're, like you said, in love with the book.
Yeah.
I Yellow. If it interests you, go for it.
Yeah.
If not, wait for Netflix.
Or
maybe Redbox.
Or not even ever watch it. Like, you're not going to...
I think it's Netflix worthy because it's
that's fine.
$12 a month.
But if you're... I could even say don't ever even turn it on Netflix.
Okay.
Like, as a possibility. If you're on that side of the yellow, like, to me, I don't feel any better. I haven't seen the movie. If that makes sense. But that's just whatever. I think I could have done something else with that time versus this movie.
There's probably a lot of things we could do on Tuesday nights instead of watching.
Yeah, if you want to argue an opposite point of view.
Productivity-wise, there's a lot of things we could probably be doing.
But there's times that I'm much more willing to accept that 2 hours of my life gone versus...
I will say that we are running into a dry spell, but I think, are we about to be out of it?
Well, next week is It.
Okay.
I'm very excited about it. Nick's excited about it. Isaiah seems a bit nervous about one particular scene from the trailer, so we'll see how that goes. David said, nope. Just straight up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe Jared will join us next week for the movie, and we'll at least get his input as far as what he rates it before we leave the theater. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
But there you have it, guys. We watched yet another movie, and it was interesting. It was
2 hours of our life gone.
2 hours of our life.
Never gonna get it back.
Based on true story. Production-wise, fantastic. It's just very emotional. Although,
it's
like,
tough to rate emotional movies.
yeah,
like this.
yeah, it is because it's subjective.
Because I want to give it based on their film, is what I'm saying my number
Yeah.
off of.
Yeah.
It's not based on the content.
Yeah,
It did get a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
It's probably because of what Nick said, because it did drag.
Yeah, it drug, and that was the only downfall that I had of the movie, other than just the sad part of it. I mean, but that's just what life.
Yeah.
But I think I'm above Rotten Tomatoes, but not quite to your caliber. But it was fine overall. But next week I'm excited. I'm excited to see how different this is going to be. It looks kind of crazy. I think it's next week. Wait a minute. What's today's date?
I think you might be off on it.
I think I'm off a week. I don't know what next week is. The week after will be It, because It comes out September 8th.
Yeah, something.
And I know that I'm not seeing it the 5th. And the 5th, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to see.
We'll
figure it out.
Might be a bye week. Might be.
I'll go see Bruce Lee before I'll skip it.
I know, but you have other obligations possibly.
You don't want to see Bruce Lee?
No, I wanted to see it tonight, was what I originally bought tickets. And then Isaiah showed me this one, and I was like, you know what? Hey, I'll just switch it around. It's not really a big deal. Nobody's talked to me about Bruce Lee, and I'm
I also
really
put Kidnap in there too. I was up for whatever.
Yeah, I was off that one already. But,
I wonder which one would have been more entertaining.
I don't know. But I think that Bruce Lee does look cool, and it'll probably be here next week if there's nothing else. But I'll get on that.
If that disappears, make it Kidnap so we can have just a terrible one to do it podcast over.
All right.
I think that's the idea.
All right.
Because we haven't had a good one like that in a while, just a ridiculous film, and I think that would fall in that.
We could probably make fun of it pretty well.
All right. I don't have anything else on this one.
Okay.
Do you?
No,
I'm just trying to wrap it up so Nick can get out of the
It's
glow.
just funny.
All
right, I don't have anything else.
Alright, I'm out.
All right,
Yeah.
until next week.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jake.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. That was it.
You want to say bye, Nick?
I just did.
Okay, bye.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Have a good night. Hashtag sponsor us.